I had the wonderful opportunity to get my hands on the brand new DJI RS3 Pro. But before I say too much, let's look at some test footage.
Standing still at the edge of the world, feel the silence, can hear a word. In the air, it's starting to stir. Gotta go, go, go. Gotta run, run, run.
In this review, I'm not going through every feature. Instead, I'm going to share my first-hand experience of real-world use and talk about some of my favorite improvements. Full transparency. This video is sponsored by DJI, but in no way does it change my opinion. This gimbal is freaking amazing.
You get me going, you keep me moving, you got me on my way with what you're doing. You get me going, a superhuman, and I want more of what you're doing. You get me
I've been using the original Ronin S for the longest time now, so upgrading to the RS3 Pro is truly a game changer. It would be a crime not to mention the auto lock feature. With the press of a button, the gimbal automatically locks the arms into place, and you have the option of taking it to center lock or to folding lock. Using the 3rd generation stabilization algorithm, I can confidently say that this is the smoothest gimbal I've ever used. For both projects, I just used my legs to move around, except for one scene where I filmed from the back of a scooter. But more about that later. The RS3 Pro is much more than a stabilizer. It's an expansion platform. The biggest upgrade here is the DJI transmission system. First introduced with the Ronin 4D, now you're able to use it with the RS3 with any camera. The receiver attaches to the bottom of the camera mount and wirelessly communicates with the high bright monitor, a 7-inch wide gamut touchscreen with an output of 1500 nits. With end-to-end ultra-low latency, the feed is extremely clean with exceptional long-range performance and anti-interference unmatched by conventional transmitters. This integrated system gives you an immense amount of control, from focus pulling to movements like pan and tilt, and you can even go as far as control your mirrorless camera menu using the mirror mode on the touchscreen. Back to the scooter shot. I wanted to capture some telephoto tracking shots, so I slapped on a 70-200mm zoom to the long end. With the rider going up and down a shot like this, it would be extremely difficult to keep in frame. But having a second camera operator on the remote monitor means I could just focus on keeping the gimbal still. A huge thank you to my mate Raylan Joey for joining me on this project. This guy is insanely talented, so go show him some love.
let me show you, you know that I got that soul, yeah. Show you.
One of my favorite upgrades is the extension of the carbon fiber arms, making it easy to shoot with bigger camera systems like an FX6 without the possibility of hitting the arms. I wanted to test out the LiDAR autofocus system on manual lenses, so I paired up with my buddy Shoot Vess, who happens to own a whole set of vintage Leica lenses. Shoot's not only an amazing DP but also a brilliant educator with a YouTube channel jam-packed with valuable filmmaking tutorials. The focus motor is easy to set up, and I have to say I'm finally seeing a future for autofocus on manual lenses. Shoot also pulled focus using the monitor, which meant I could just concentrate on the movement. The touchscreen on the gimbal also received a massive upgrade. Now you have a 1.8-inch full-color OLED display that enables you to select focus and enable active track without using the app. Also added is a physical switch just for modes, which makes it easy to jump between pan follow, pan tilt follow, and FPV mode. Who is this gimbal for? The Pro version only comes to its full right when you have an extra set of hands, like a first AC to pull focus or a director to help with performance and framing. For users shooting on mirrorless cameras with autofocus lenses, the focus motor might stay in the bag more often than not, but having remote control over a manual lens is invaluable, especially when it's integrated into the ecosystem. If you're still on the first gen gimbals and you've been waiting for a new release, I'm happy to say that you will not be disappointed. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.